Indonesia is a land of breathtaking natural landscapes and powerful geological forces. Located along the Ring of Fire, it is one of the most disaster-prone regions in the world.
As an archipelagic state, Indonesia has 17,000 islands, and there's 127 volcanoes active. Every month we can feel like more than 300 seismicity in Indonesia. Of course, because this is located into three tectonic plates, which is also important that we have to know how we really see the systemic risks that happen in Indonesia.
Earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, floods and landslides are part of daily reality for millions of Indonesians. The question in Indonesia is not whether a disaster could occur, but rather when and what is the best strategy to manage risks.
Indonesia is an important partner for Switzerland in many different areas. In the humanitarian area, we really started cooperating after the 2004 tsunami, where we delivered emergency aid and water kits. And in 2022, we developed a bilateral cooperation where we provide Indonesian authorities with know-how in disaster risk management and disaster risk prevention.
The SDC Direct Action Program in Indonesia, based on a government-to-government collaboration, offered a rare opportunity for sharing experience in disaster risk management between Switzerland and Indonesia from 2022 and 2025.
Our direct action aims in priority to enhance the capacities in the country, benefiting from the Swiss expertise and experience in disaster risk management and with a focus to enhance resilience in the communities.
More specifically, SDC is targeting communities located in high-risk areas difficult to access. It focuses on strengthening local capacities in prevention and preparedness to avoid damages and casualties in the event of a disaster. This is precisely where the strength of this partnership lies. Let's have a look on the main results of this collaboration. One of the key achievements lies in capacity building on hazard, vulnerability, capacity, and risk assessment. From the village to the national level, an innovative training of trainers approach brought together government, academia, and communities, empowering each to play their role in developing reliable hazard of risk maps. By combining field data collected from past disasters with cutting-edge technology, local leaders are better equipped to create accurate hazard and risk maps that reflect the realities on the ground. These locally driven maps are essential tools for local governments to design tailored life-saving strategies for disaster risk reduction and sustainable development. And the impact is growing. Replication is already underway, ensuring this momentum reaches even more communities across Indonesia. With support from SDC, BNPB was strengthening disaster prevention and preparedness, turning risk information into action. As part of this effort, the Direct Action Initiative worked with BNPB to enhance the capacity of local journalists in disaster risk management. This initiative led to the creation of Wapina teams, networks of trained media professionals in Nusa Tenggara Timur and Maluku Utara. Now, 60 trained journalists are equipped to deliver clear, reliable, and life-saving information to the public, playing a key role in building community resilience. Complementing this capacity-building effort, a series of educational videos were produced on family preparedness plan and on the roles of disaster risk management actors. Through these actions, the Direct Action Initiative has strengthened community preparedness, helping families to stay well-informed, safe, and become better prepared to face natural hazards. In Palu, Central Sulawesi, a new step forward has been taken in disaster risk financing. The first version of a cost-benefit analysis tool has been developed. Inspired by the existing model in Switzerland, this tool calculates the efficiency of risk reduction projects by evaluating the impacts that can be avoided in case of a disaster. This innovative tool empowers decision-makers to allocate budgets more efficiently, prioritizing prevention and preparedness measures that truly make a difference. With the pilot implementation on 3 projects in Palu and a comprehensive guideline now available, the path is open for smarter, more impactful investment in disaster prevention and preparedness across Indonesia. Preparedness means also being ready to respond swiftly when disasters strike, deploying quickly humanitarian aid to those in need. Switzerland supported BNPB logistic and equipment by prepositioning 44 multi-purpose tents in the Bekasi Jatiasi warehouse. In 2025, these tents were deployed to support emergency response after earthquake in Bengkulu and floods and landslides in Bekasi and Banten. Switzerland also stood alongside BNPB to assist communities affected by the devastating earthquake in Cianjur in November 2022, providing family tents and mattresses. From emergency response to long-term preparedness, this partnership has continued through joint innovation efforts, such as the development of the early warning system in Semeru. At first glance, Mount Semeru is a mountain of quiet grace. A lone giant rising above the green heart of Java, Indonesia. But beneath the stillness, fire stirs. Surrounded by numerous villages and towns, it is impressive and always contains great dangers.
So Semeru volcano in East Java is one of the most active stratovolcanoes in the island of Java. It is comparable to Merapi in central Java, and it is known for its frequent eruptions. And the biggest threats around Semeru is the pyroclastic flow and also the secondary hazard that we call lahar. Lahar is not only the domain of volcanologists. We need to incorporate another scientist from different fields, like the meteorologist from BMKG in Indonesia, and also with the people who manage the disasters locally, like the local government here, and also with the local institutions.
Protecting lives from the fury of Mount Semeru requires more than vigilance. It demands anticipation and preparedness. To build a progressive early warning system, the voices of geologists, hydrologists, and weather forecasters must come together. SDC and BNPB supported local experts and specialists of the volcano to improve the existing early warning system for lahars in Semeru, gaining time to allow anticipatory evacuation of communities at risk, enhancing the monitoring system with the installation of automatic rain gauge stations and weather station on the top of the volcano, and establishing a joint new operational procedure. Here, science and cooperation became the first defense against disaster.
So now we are along the river in Jugosari. So on the top over there you have the volcano, Semeru, and when you have heavy rain on the top of the volcano, then all the material are transported in this river. And as we are on the lower part of and far away from the volcano, all the material are deposited here in the river. Here in 2023, we had water until the level of the bridge, and all the bridge were destroyed. So it's a huge, wide river that can trigger a lot, and this is what makes this place really dangerous.
That's why SDC and BNPB initiated disaster-resilient villages, known as Destana, in 4 villages threatened by the lahars of Semeru. In each village, 4 trained facilitators are now passing on their knowledge, helping inhabitants better understand the risks, identify evacuation routes, and know where the safe shelters are. They're turning early warning levels into real anticipatory actions within their communities. Because preparedness isn't just a plan, but a way of life. Those involved are often also those who were affected during previous lahars.
Dan saya ikut TOT ini karena di dusun saya itu terdampak bencana yaitu banjir, sehingga saya berkeinginan untuk bisa mengetahui apa saja arahan-arahan ketika ada banjir dan apa saja pencegahannya dan bagaimana cara menanggulanginya.
Yang mana fasilitator desanya, setiap desa ada 2 laki-laki dan 2 perempuan. Kemudian untuk manfaat dari kabupaten sendiri, kita merasa terbantu sekali untuk kegiatan ini. Kabupaten Lumajang dari Swiss. Jadi kami atas nama Kabupaten Lumajang juga merasa terima kasih sekali yang tak terhingga. Karena untuk EWS sangat penting sekali untuk masyarakat di daerah terdampak. Jadi kami terima kasih sekali kepada Swiss.
More than 20,000 people in 4 villages are benefiting from these preparedness measures. Semiru serves as a pilot that aims to reach far beyond. Its principles: monitoring, joint risk analysis, progressive and multi-criteria. Early warning and community readiness has the potential to be extended in the future to other lahar-prone regions across Indonesia, adapted to the specificities of the local culture. All these achievements in the past 3 years mark a milestone in Indonesia's journey towards stronger disaster preparedness. If we cannot avoid future crises, we can strive to mitigate their impacts by working together on more prevention and preparedness, contributing to Indonesian sustainable development.